Good morning. My name is William Pinter, and I'm cruising with Phil.
You're so serious now. Before you were more jovial. It's gotta be very serious in the interview. Hey, it's Phil the Cruiser on Cruising with Phil. It's third season, my second episode with special guest. We're at Monte Carlo Inn Hotel. It's a little wet here, so we're drying up there. So, Mr. William Pinter, how you doing?
Good. Doing great.
Thanks for doing the interview. So introduce yourself. Sorry.
No worries. My name is William Pinter. I'm originally born in Toronto and raised in Scarborough for 25 years. And moved to Markham, and I've been up here 30 plus years. 58 years old, and I'm semi-retired. And yeah, I have two beautiful kids, and one boy 19, one daughter who's 15. One is in professional hockey, one is in professional dance, and I have many professions of myself.
Yeah, discuss your background. You've got quite the list, eh?
Yes,
yeah.
I'm a licensed plumber by trade. I worked in the union for 18 years. I'm a licensed school bus driver where I drive a full-fledged 72-passenger bus, and on top of that too, I'm a professional bowler.
Sure. You said you had a website, right, on YouTube?
I do.
Is it
Yes,
still there?
It's still there.
What's it called?
It's called the Bells Channel 4 Open, the 7th annual at Buffalo, New York. I'm the youngest bowler to ever be on national television.
Oh, really?
And I represented my country numerous times, and also been taught by the best coach in the world and bowled with the best bowlers in the world.
When was this, like, back in what time period?
This would be like 1992, 1993, 1994. But the year that I was on TV was my final year of high school. I was 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
You told me a funny story yesterday. The
Yes.
thing you said you used to be Chippendale. That's true?
I'm a dancer.
Years ago?
That was years ago.
Well, how'd you get in that? Did you audition?
No, just dance.
Like where you
Yeah.
like Chippendales is international, right? They go around.
Chippendales are dancers that go into clubs.
Yeah, but how'd you get involved in that?
I just
Like, were you at the right time, right place?
I was there at the right place at the right time.
Like, were they touring and they saw you?
No, they didn't tour. They're there all the time, the same place.
Oh, the same bar?
Yeah, the same bar.
And you just happened to be there? And
Yeah.
Did you ask to join? Or-
Yeah.
Oh, and they said yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. Do you have pictures of all that?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're kidding. Because I know people are watching. We're going to watch those pictures, you know?
No,
That's so
I don't
funny.
have any pictures.
How long did you do that for?
Few months.
Yeah? How'd you
Yeah.
like it?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
You didn't want to stick with it?
Well, I did, but naturally, when you're practicing 150 games a week
Yeah.
For bowling, when you want to become the best bowler in the world and be great at representing Canada, that was my goal. You know what I mean? When you don't have any family to have backing, because we're poor and didn't have money,
Oh, yeah.
you're doing everything on your own, right? You want to make yourself famous.
But back then there was no sponsorship, eh?
Back then there was sponsorship, but it's hard to find.
It is. Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter, like with all the ball manufacturing companies out there, specifically they're only looking at specific people,
So,
and that's wrong.
yeah.
So you know what? People that have talent, raw talent, are the ones that should have the opportunity and chance.
Yeah.
My son has so much talent because I've given him the knowledge and the insight and the skill because he's a hockey player. He's the #1 in the G, and COVID really hurt because that hurt a lot of kids where they can't excel and doing what they want to keep on doing because everything is closed. You can't even go outside. So COVID really hurt.
How old's your son now?
He's 19.
19. Your daughter?
Well, she's 15.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a professional dance.
Oh, yeah?
And I taught her to dance.
You dance too? Oh,
I-
Chippendales, of course, right?
She has.
You didn't choose the Chippendale dance. She goes to school, starts doing the...
She does live performance. Well, I went to an art school back in Scarborough,
What school?
and it's called Winston Churchill Collegiate.
Okay.
And I studied art there and music, and I was the top musician. And I used to play in 5 bands. I play many instruments.
You got your instrument here,
I got
right?
my instrument
The,
here.
trumpet?
My alto saxophone.
Oh, directly.
Yeah, so I play soprano, alto saxophone, tenor sax, baritone saxophone, I play trombone, trumpet, I play drums, and I play piano.
So you can read music and all
I
that.
can read music and everything.
Yeah, I have an ear for music. I never played an
Yeah.
instrument.
I'm like Stevie Wonder.
Is that after a couple of drinks? Oh, by the way, that's root beer.
This is grape juice.
It's grape juice. We're thinking of getting some real good. No, just kidding. So that's good. So I don't see you're a certified plumber, right?
I'm a certified plumber, yes.
Yeah. You went to school over here
Yes.
in Toronto?
I had gone to school for 5 years, and you have to study 9,000 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like you have 3 terms, which is basic, intermediate, and advanced plumbing. And then after that, then you go to night school and you study, and then what you get, what is called is your CFQ. So it's a red stamp, it's a red seal. So you become a full-fledged licensed plumber.
So the 9,000 hours are work labor?
Or work labor hours.
Is that hard to accumulate?
Oh, it is. It takes time,
Yeah.
long time. So my brother and I, we used to have our own business. He's retired now. We have a family cottage up in Halliburton, and yeah, that's where he spends his time up there now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So I had a buddy in plumbing in Humber. He said he's talking about the hours and all that.
Humber, yeah.
Now,
Humber College.
He said now they get paid, but back then they didn't get paid, right? Part time, whatever. He was saying he's working. He's doing a school. He's working part time with a company that sponsors him.
They should be paying him because
should, yeah.
well, because he's not a journeyman. He's an apprentice.
Apprentice.
Right. So like if I'm going to take you
Yeah.
with me, you're going to be my apprentice because I'm the journeyman,
But I get paid, right?
but you get paid.
Yeah, but not as much as a plumber.
That's right.
Yeah. So who makes most money? Plumbers or TTC driver or postal workers?
Plumbers.
Plumbers were the really.
Oh yeah.
So I finally
And on
found
top
a
of- and-
position.
and on top of that too, like when you belong in the union, all your benefits are paid for.
Yeah.
And you get 100% benefits.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was in the union for 18 years, but my background is mostly working in the bowling industry for 23 years, public relations for 33 years.
No.
So I'm a certified instructor. I teach people how to bowl, teach people how to play hockey, teach people how to play tennis, teach people how to play soccer, teach basketball. I do everything. I'm the cream of the crop.
Think you're like the Renaissance man.
Yeah.
The good man of every trade, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, interesting in all the trades, right? They're
Yeah.
crying for tradesmen now, right? The market's starving.
Yeah.
You've got a guy with all these credentials,
Yeah.
and you're not active right now, right?
Yeah,
in your situation.
that's correct. That's correct.
But they're crying. They're like they're.
Well, they're crying the blues because
Yeah.
they you know what? They have all this workers that are coming from overseas,
Yeah.
and over there they're not fully full-fledged.
No, they have to upgrade their skills, right?
They have to upgrade their skills.
Yeah.
So you know what? The government now has always been trying to, subsidize, and that's one of the biggest things too, because skilled labor, it doesn't matter what trade you're in, whether you're an electrician, you're a plumber, you're an HVAC, you're a pipe fitter, you're a welder. All the people that used to do it before, they're all retired.
That's right. Well, like yourself, right?
So like myself, so like you're losing that
Yeah.
volume of people.
and
where
none of you
they have
guys,
that knowledge.
they're not around to train these guys,
They're
right?
not around the training center. Absolutely right.
So what's the difference between the plumber, like say, came from Afghanistan, to upgrade his skills here? What's the difference between?
It's different codes.
Yeah, it's just the code,
It's different codes.
but the training's all the same, or what?
Well, I don't know what the training is over there, but I know for sure that if you went to another country, you would have to do training in order to get another license.
Oh, okay.
Just like if you're going to be doing accounting, I'm going to use that as an example. You studied accounting in Australia, and then after that, you come from Australia, you come to Canada, you have your certification already, but they don't accept you because of the code.
Oh,
So what you have to do is you have to go to school again
yeah.
and retrain and get your certification for your CGA.
Oh, okay, that's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So now the government's accepting some trades. They're saying that now they can come over and they can use their trades rather than upgrade their skills.
Yeah, well, they're allowing you into the country and to, be working. When there's lots of people out there that don't have work
Yeah.
and don't have jobs. But is it right or is it wrong?
There's another one is back then we used to do everything, train to be a cop, firefighter for free and all. But now you got to pay for all these
Yeah,
tests.
you got to pay for all the
I
tests.
was talking to a guy who's being to be a pharmacy assistant.
Yes.
He says when he finishes his course, he has to pay at least between 15 and 20,000 to do that test.
Wow.
One test.
Wow.
Get certified. I go like this is nuts.
That's nuts. Where you have to
Well,
borrow, you have to borrow the
you come
money.
from different countries and they want to import people over.
Yeah.
Well, these costs are it's just money makers, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure with your trade now, you have to, you got to pay for all these tests, right?
That's right.
Back then you didn't have to.
No.
Back in the days, like I didn't have to do it.
No, it's all free.
Even the police, when I tried the police back in the 80s,
Yeah.
I got accepted. didn't do any tests, but
Yeah.
of course I was in the military. I got posted up, so I can go through with it.
Right.
But now you got to pay for all these tests.
You get
You
all
know,
the tests.
I knew a guy named Mike. He trained for a franchise up in London,
Right.
police college.
Okay.
He said he had one woman. She tried 4 times to pay the test, $4,000 each, 16 grand. She finally got accepted and she passed the course, but for 16 grand to get in there, that's crazy.
That's a lot
She
of
didn't want
money.
to give up.
That's
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
money.
a lot of money. Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Where do you find that money?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's student
Unless you
loans
have
and all.
unless you have a wealthy family, or then you get a government bursary,
Yeah.
or a government grant, or a loan.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can do it, unless you have money saved up in the bank,
Yeah.
and hoping that you cross your fingers that you're going to be able to get accepted.
Well, even paying up to student. One of my best friends is a doctor. She became an anesthesiologist. It took her 23 years to pay off her loan. Can you believe that? She was married, had kids, and then had grandkids. She was still paying off her loan because she did her doctorate, and then she wanted to specialize in anesthesiology for another 4 years.
Right.
She did. She graduated top of Ontario for her trade, right?
Right.
She got asked for different companies or different hospitals, but it took her like 4 years extra
Right.
money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And she was on a minimum wage, part-time working, and just loans, right?
Loans and loans and loans.
I think if the government just lowered that, or even got rid of some of these costs, or whatever. I know in certain countries in Europe they do that. They have a deal with the student where we'll cover your costs, we'll pay, but you got to give back to the community by signing in the contract.
Well, they have that set up downtown actually at George Brown College.
Okay.
And no, sorry, Seneca College, and it's called OSAP.
Those up, yeah.
OSAP, and you borrow money from OSAP,
Yeah.
and then basically what they do is that as you're doing your interim and your schooling, and it takes you time to be able to replenish, work, and then pay that back slowly.
Very slowly, right?
Very slowly.
That's what they call SAP.
That-
Oh, SAP. That's what they say.
Oh,
Oh, you
SAP.
took a loan? Oh, SAP. No. So,
Yeah.
you agreed to do this interview because it's a very interesting subject. I don't even come across a lot of guys. You're the third guy to come across that's actually had this medical situation. And you want to tell what it is?
Okay, so
You start at the beginning.
we're going to back this up now.
Yeah.
8 years ago, my brother was diagnosed with 1 in 1 million chance of getting breast cancer, and he had a lump in his chest. And I told him to go to the doctor or the emergency, and if you don't, I'm going to grab you by the ear because we're going to get checked. Anyway, the lump, he had a test. They did a diagnosis, and sure as shit, it's breast cancer. So he had to have his breast removed, both of his lymph nodes underneath his arms. He had 25 chemo and 25 radiations, knocked the shit out of him. Lost all his hair, lost all his appetite. He's on medication. He had to go down every week to the hospital to go for the drip, and he's on lifetime medication for his cancer. He's in remission, and thank God, because I lost 7 family members over a year and a half of my family, and I thought I was going to lose 1 more. I was petrified, especially when you lose your bro. My bro is my world.
Can you ask how old he is? What do you found out?
He is, so 8 years ago, he would have been 57.
Wow.
And it's almost the same age as me. I'm 58. And I've been having some abnormal swelling in my breasts, both of my breasts. I don't have any lumps, but the breasts are swollen. And I've been diagnosed now with double bilateral breast cancer. And I had been waiting to get a biopsy done in the hospital for over 2 months now. Now this could be lethal, it could be serious. It is serious. It's knocking the hell out of me. So it's knocking the hell out of me emotionally, physically, and everything in life. So do I have to have surgery? I don't know. I'm in limbo. I'm waiting. Why does the government have to put people that have, I even gone to the cancer treatment in the hospital, brought them a radiation disc, and here they are, they're trying to tell me that I don't have breast cancer. Well, they're wrong. I know what I feel. I know my body. Like, I'm an athlete. I'm a natural in everything. And you know when you can detect something. But I'll tell you 2 things in life that you can't detect besides having a stroke or a heart attack. You know what it is? 1 is cancer, and 2 is internal bleeding. Right? Yes. And many people out there don't know about this. And you don't even know you even have.
to backtrack a bit. When your brother had lumps in him, did you knew right away in his head that he had breast cancer?
I knew right away.
But did he think he had it?
No,
Back then?
no. He didn't know he had it because until I told him, you better go get it checked. I'm gonna grab you by the ear. Let's go.
But how did you know that he had it?
Because he had a biopsy done.
Yeah.
The biopsy was positive, and it showed that it was evident that he had breast cancer. One in 1 million chance of men
Getting breast cancer?
getting breast cancer.
Yeah.
It's common in women.
Yeah, we hear it all the
It's
time.
common in women all the time because
Yeah.
they have to constantly, keep on getting screened and checked.
Yeah.
But in men,
Well, I heard that you had one of the clerks told me.
Yeah.
I said, that's a rarity. You're like the third guy I met that had breast cancer. And all the guys people I've known in my life, many people, never heard once.
no.
That's why I wanted to do the interview. I asked you the other day if you would like to tell your story.
Yeah.
And I want men to watch this and see this. And so can you tell me your story? Like, so 8 years ago?
So 8 years ago, my brother was diagnosed with cancer, and thank God he's in remission.
Good.
And I try to be as apparent as possible because we have a family cottage up in Haliburton. We have a lot of property, and he needs help. Cut wood, cut the grass.
Was he by himself up there?
He's with his other partner.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but she's not able to really do too much. But he does a lot of this, not everything inside and out. But yeah, when you get breast cancer, it really puts you down, knocks you down.
So you've seen your brother before that breast cancer, and you see him through the process of going to the chemo.
Oh.
How did it affect you in a way?
It affected me like so emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, really emotionally. And I really thought I was going to lose him.
He's a sports guy too, like
He's a
yourself,
sports
right?
guy like me. He's
Yeah.
a hockey player.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't play as many sports as I do, but
He plays on the ego, right? Because you come across, even in the military, you come across as
yeah.
big tough guys and no one emotional, but then he
Yeah.
something just throws you for a
Well, we
loop.
played hockey together.
Yeah.
And every time we played hockey, we went around the ice.
Yeah.
Everybody used to say, "Watch those Pinter brothers."
Really? That's so funny. How about for your brother? I mean, speak on his behalf, like how did it affect him psychologically with just going through the whole process?
Oh, it knocked the hell out of him because he couldn't do anything. You know what I
That's
mean?
so frustrating, eh?
And it's frustrating because you know what? When you're living up north in the element, like 2.5, 3 hours northeast of Toronto, a half an hour away from a golf park, you're like, we're 12.5 kilometers off the main road. We're off the grid. So everything we have, we got to go get.
Is there internet? No internet up there? No phone?
Well, there's satellite.
Okay.
Yeah, they have satellite. No cable. The cell phone is like, it could be hit and miss, but they put brand new towers up there, so that helps. But if you need supplies, you got to drive like 30 minutes to go in town.
Yeah. What hospital did he go to?
Peterborough.
Peterborough?
Yeah,
Good hospital?
Peterborough Hospital, yeah. That's where he went for his treatment.
And yourself, where were you going?
Well, you know what? When I got diagnosed, I was in Haliburton Hospital. I was seriously sick. And I was like, it could have been minutes or seconds if I died. And it was about 10 hours later, they airlifted me by helicopter, by air ambulance from Haliburton Hospital all the way down to Peterborough. After I had done all the tests there, and everything came back negative. So they sent me down to Peterborough, and then I went down to Peterborough, and they flew me in by helicopter. I've never in my life experienced something like that.
In a helicopter?
In a helicopter. Well, I've been in a helicopter before, but like there was four staff members that were in the helicopter. 2 in the back and 2 in the front.
Yeah.
And
First time in the helicopter?
it was
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah. It's nice, eh?
So it's nice. So like rather than going down and taking 3 hours in an ambulance, they took me down to 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's all about it's all about time, right? Life is time.
So they took you to Peterborough, and what happened? What was the result?
Negative.
Negative, eh?
Negative again.
Now you told me yesterday that you had to wait 2 months
2 months.
for your results.
Yeah.
I found that appalling.
So now, like here I am. This is the 3rd hospital I'm at, which is Markham Hospital, and it's back negative again. Like, how can that be? There's no way. There's no way. I know my body.
No, that's the thing, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we talked about yesterday about why you had to wait 2 months for an X-ray.
Yep.
Because we talked about it. My mom went to ICU back in January.
Yeah.
Did the X-ray during the ICU. They told me right there.
Right there.
They could have done that in saving time and have you, wait for 2 months of anxiety.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stress on you by itself.
Oh,
right?
it's a lot of stress. A lot of stress. A lot of anxiety. it could even lead into like depression.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're also telling your family and your kids, you know, what's going on, and that's where now they're worried about you. They don't need that stress. I don't need this stress. So why? Like the government is just
too much. They could have just done right there on the job.
Could have
Save
been-
a lot of time from, a lot of people out there.
It's all about the paperwork.
It is.
It is. It's all about the paperwork. It's not about your safety, your health, because you know what? The number one thing is that I worked in the largest bowling center in Canada, 60 bowling lanes in Markham, called Club 300 Bowling. You know what? I was a center manager for the bowling center, and I ran the whole facility. We were open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. I had 62 bowling leagues. Every person that came through that door, I greeted them with a smile, and I made sure you were safe, and I helped you if you needed instruction for bowling. And then when you left, I took care of you. If you have a problem, I take care of you. That's the way it should be.
Good management.
And
Yeah.
that's a good manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean,
Because you know what? The word of mouth goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
And it spreads everywhere because now you're going to bring your children, you're going to bring your aunt and your uncle, you're going to bring your grandkids, you're going to bring your wife
And their friends and their
your
friends,
friends and their family. So it's all generated from the person that works there,
Yeah.
and that's what makes the difference in life.
Yeah. Like a good chain reaction, right?
Good chain reaction. So it's all about time. Time is life.
Now you've been at the hospital, at the hotel here for a while, right?
Yes, I
So
have.
there's days I have not seen you come into the cafeteria for breakfast. Those are the days you're out of it, right?
That's the days that I was out of it because I was seriously sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What way you're sick? Vomiting or whatever?
Vomiting and diarrhea.
Yeah.
So like that's a sign.
Yeah.
That's
It's not from the food or anything. It's just internal, right?
just internal.
Yeah. So what do you do to resolve that? Like, what do you
Just,
do?
I can't do anything. I don't have the energy. I just.
Did they give you any medication or anything?
They haven't given me any medication. I just take Tylenol.
Tylenol?
That's it. Over the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't take anything else stronger because well, they could give you something.
Yeah.
Like you can get gravel, but that'll help your
But
stomach.
you can't predict when it comes, right?
You can't predict when it's going to come.
Yeah.
You
But the
can't-
days you're missing for a while.
That's right. Yeah.
You just can't move or whatever.
Can't move. You just lie in bed and just sleep.
Then it goes through your system, all right?
Just let it go. Yeah, go through my system and just get rid of it.
So you're
Detox.
sitting here still saying what your brother went through earlier, right? Saying all
Oh,
the stuff he went through?
I can see what he went through.
Yeah.
Yes.
I asked you earlier, I said, is breast cancer hereditary? Some people ask me that.
Breast cancer is hereditary.
Yeah.
And like if it's in the genes,
Mhm.
it's definitely hereditary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because your brother had it.
Because
And
my brother had it, and what are the odds of me getting it?
now you have a son and daughter, right?
I have a son and daughter too. You know, like I tell them, now you're going to have to be cautious in what you do and keep on checking to make sure that you don't get any lumps because you need to detect it early.
Yeah.
If you don't detect it early, it's going to kill you.
So when your brother said he had a lump, how was the time period between you told him to go do a test before he did it?
Immediately.
Right away?
Immediately.
So he listened to you well.
You listen to me well, or I'm grabbing by the ears. 'cause
If he had
you
not
don't-
listened to you
yeah,
and he just
he would,
ignored it,
he would be dead.
he'd be dead.
He'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
So breast cancer is just like that, right? Like you told me?
It spreads.
Yeah, and you can last a long time, and it can be gone like this.
If you treat it early enough, you can nip it in the bud.
You said 25 kilos.
25 chemos and 25 radiation.
One of my, I'll say one, my ex-fiance, she's a radiation therapist, and I went through the whole process with her about what the training and what people went through, and I see people come out of it, and I go pick her up for work, I tell her, oh, it's well, I can just visualize your brother, 25 chemos, let alone one chemo, right?
Never mind one chemo.
Yeah,
25 chemos and 25 radiation.
Now, what's the time period between those 25 years? Like, when the time first to finish?
He was doing it every week.
Every week for how long?
Well, for 25 sessions.
Yeah.
25 sessions,
So
one every week.
so 25 weeks.
25 weeks.
Wow.
Nip it in the bud.
And it went, he's now in remission?
He's in remission now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But 25, right?
25, yeah. Lost all his hair. He lost a lot of weight. Couldn't eat. Had no energy. Had no strength. Now the cancer has spread throughout his entire body, even though he's in remission.
Yeah.
But it's in his bones now.
It's in his bones,
It's
right?
in his bones.
Wow.
Yeah. See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You got to detect it early enough. And if you don't do that, you can't procrastinate.
No.
If you're a procrastinator, it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
No. If you want to do something, do it now. If you want to do something for your mom, Are you going to wait to do it tomorrow?
No, no.
No, you're going to do it right now because she's your loved one.
Yeah.
Right?
So, like, for people watching this,
Yes.
tell what advice you say for guys that have little lumps or maybe something else.
My advice to anybody out there that has any form of any lump that's in your chest, around your breast, don't hesitate to go get it checked immediately. That's the bottom line. Because if you don't, life is time.
Sometimes I get guys I know are go to the gym and all, like myself. They go, I'm working out, I got a lump, I must have pulled something, I got a lump from working out, my chest, or you know, with the people like the bump. So maybe they'll ignore it, right?
Well, they might even think that might even be fatty deposits.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's
too.
another fatty deposits, right? Because fatty deposits happens all over your body.
Yeah.
And
so you may,
and I know that.
And the ego might, just shut it up. I don't need that. I don't have any of that.
Well, you know
I'm
what?
okay.
The ego is not bigger than cancer.
Exactly. That's a good line. I like that. That's a good line. That's a good line. That's gonna be a good line for the for a chart for an average. You know, ego's not bigger than cancer.
Ego is not bigger than cancer.
That is so true, especially for guys.
I swear to God.
No.
Yeah.
Women are. I know a lot of women that I've quite a few that got breast cancer. They lost their breast and now they're doing great. They've been in remission. For guys, it's a little harder. For
That's
guys,
hard. Oh, yeah.
we still live in this society of men being the
Dominant person.
Yeah, and the nothing touches me. And I'm not emotional. Kind of how you're raised, right?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We all have an emotion.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know how many days, like, in the last couple of months that I've cried, you know, thinking, here I am, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm going to die. And constantly just crying. Like, we all have emotions, right?
Yeah.
Just like women.
Yeah. So those days you have those emotions, think you're gonna die. How do you overcome that for yourself?
I play saxophone.
Play saxophone.
I play saxophone.
You
Play
have
music.
that's your release, right?
That's my release. That's the only way I can cope with my life. And it is my life.
Yeah.
Music is my life. Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I just hearing your story, talking yesterday about this, just the breast cancer itself, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to my mom last night. Like, you know what? I asked Mom. She knows a lot of people more than I do.
Yeah.
She's never met one guy that had breast cancer in her whole life. She knows a lot of people.
Wow.
So that's a rarity, right?
Like I'm really well known in the industry, like all over the country, all over the world. Even the politicians know me. I'm a great teacher. I'm a great instructor, and you know what? You're never gonna meet a genuine person like me.
Have you had a lot of support from your friends outside? Some people have been told about your situation now?
I only my best friends.
You told the kids?
Yeah,
Okay.
I told my kids and I told my best friend.
How'd your kids react?
They cried.
Yeah.
Yes, they cried, and they're worried for me.
They
didn't
see
want
their uncle go through it, right?
They don't want to. They saw their uncle go through it, and they don't want to lose dad. You know,
Yeah.
there's only one thing you have in life. You only have one mom
Yep.
and one dad, and once they're gone, life changes.
Yeah, you're talking about your mom when you met my mom.
Yeah.
You take care of your mom too, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I took care of my mom for 25 years. My mom had a mental illness, and
Did she stay with you?
she stayed. I put her in a home.
Yep.
She needed a long-term care facility, and where she needed 24 hours supervision care. And because of her disability, it's not her fault. She needed to have care with nurses. So I did the right thing. Put her in a home because I can't be with her all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the youngest boy in the family. There's 3 boys in our family. My eldest, my middle brother, who had cancer, and then myself. And then I was the baby. I took care of my mom. But I have a life too.
Yeah.
You know, I was trying to make myself well known in bowling and in music. Right? These are the things in life that, why should they be ripped off?
Yeah.
There's lots of things in life you get ripped off. And the things you get ripped off is when you don't have dad there and your child there.
Yeah.
How could you be taught? So you have to learn on your own. So I taught my kids how to be the best fathers possible, to give them the best instruction, the best knowledge, to be the best people that you can be. Whether you achieve it or don't achieve it. But you need to achieve it. You got to work at what you want to do. You got to work hard. You got to excel. Eat, live, and breathe your dreams. Because that's what I did. Eat, live, and breathe your dreams.
And to see you take care of your mom, right?
And take care of my mom.
Good example right there.
You know what I mean? And took care of all her bills, bought all her food, bought all her snacks and drinks,
So the
did her laundry at the home.
Did like the little snacks and all that?
Yeah, I always like to have that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, she needed that. So I go visit her, you know, as often as I can, because even though like I was working back then when I was young, had a full-time job, trying to start my life. Yeah. So
What age did she pass away?
My mom passed away at the age of 76.
76, yeah.
Yeah, 76. She had what was called as a rare sudden stoppage of the heart. It's called an arrhythmia.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
An arrhythmia it's like a form of I would say a heart attack, because the heart attacks are hereditary in my family. All of my aunts and uncles have all died from heart attacks and also cancer. But my mom died of a sudden stoppage of the heart. And I was out playing tennis and instructed my son one day while my wife was walking my daughter, and I got the phone call. And then I raced to the home, and it's nothing worse than seeing and holding your mom's hand for the last time, and it's still warm, and she's gone.
Just like that, eh?
Just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know when your last breath's going to be.
Yeah.
I swear to God. So you treat everything with a grain of salt, and it's all about time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I must enjoy seeing you come in every day when they come visit.
Yeah. Oh,
You see
yeah.
her face, and all you told me earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that, may not say much, but she knows, right? The love is there always.
The
right?
love is always there.
Love is there, right?
Yeah. Even though she's gone, like I miss her so much.
Yeah.
You know, I go visit her in a cemetery. And,
Yeah.
I play my saxophone in the cemetery.
You're not waking up the dead, are you?
I'm trying to.
I'm thinking of the movie Carrie, Yeah, stop that. I'm trying to get some sleep here. What was your mom's name?
Her name is Leah.
Leah? Leah Pinter, right?
Leah Pinter.
Why do they keep calling you Pinto in the hotel here? I gotta look for Mr. Pinto. Mr.
No.
Pinto. So I keep thinking your name Mr. Pinto.
No, Pinter.
T-E-R, right?
Yeah, T-E-R.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Well, your kids see how you take care of your mom and how you be responsible and all.
Yeah. No, they miss grandma too.
Oh, your grandma too? Yeah.
Yeah, well, they miss grandma.
Yeah,
Right? Kids
yeah,
miss
yeah.
grandma. Yeah.
You
I named my son. His name is Dashel William, and William being my first name.
Yeah.
I don't have a middle name. And then my daughter is named Danica Leah, and Leah is after my mom's name.
Oh, nice. So nice. The mom must have loved that, eh?
Yeah.
When they're born and all that?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you have an older brother, you said he's still alive?
Yes, he's living in BC.
Okay.
Yeah, he was actually here. He moved back to Sault Ste. Marie, and he has his own painting company.
Oh, nice.
And then, but he moved. He used to be out in BC, but they moved back to Sault Ste. Marie. And I was actually going to buy a house up in Sault Ste. Marie, and good thing I didn't, because he was planning to go back to BC again, and that's where he wanted to retire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's staying in another county, and it's beautiful there. It's dry, not a lot of rain. It's in, see the mountains, lots of nice fishing. We're fishermen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we love to fish.
Go back to we talking about yesterday with the doctors, about the responsibility of the doctors. You mentioned that you had to wait 2 months.
Yeah.
The doctor said it's negative.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a good doctor, my mom's got a good doctor, and they all say the same thing. Would you like a second opinion? Or not by me, maybe if I know somebody, I'll recommend, or you go on your own.
Yeah.
That'd be a good doctor.
Yeah.
His ego's up the door. They can't, you're feeling all this, they're saying you're negative. Like I said, internal, you can't tell, right?
You can't tell.
X-rays, I think my fiance, X-rays only do so much.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
They're limited in certain ways.
That's right.
So if he'd be is the same doctor you still have, this guy?
Same doctor. Yeah.
In my opinion, because rather than just telling you something though, meaning like waiting 2 months, say it's negative after all that wait for nothing.
Yeah.
And you're not satisfied.
Well, it's
right?
a waste of time.
Yeah, and then you're still feeling that. So like, what's wrong with me, doctor?
Yeah.
We're talking about this episode of the Golden Girls.
Yes.
Dorothy.
That's right.
It was a good episode. I'm going off topic here, but she went to a doctor. It was a good episode, I like, because the doctor just said he shunned it off. He couldn't find a problem. He did something, and then later on she found a good doctor, and she confronted him in the restaurant with his girlfriend. I like that episode, and then really it actually won. I think it won an award.
Really.
It actually showed the reality of what goes on in life.
Well, doctors can make mistakes in life.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not always right.
No.
They try to be as cautious, but as confident as possible to try to give you the best diagnosis possible.
Yeah.
But when you have every test done and they all come back negative, what do you do?
But like we said, it could be. Oh, sorry. It could be anything. Like suppose you're doing a test, some sort of power surge could happen, and then you're negative. But really, like you actually are not negative, right?
Yeah.
And it could be that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised they never said, let's do another test like the other way. Like let's do another follow up.
They really should do a follow up.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're responsible for your care. Your life is in their hands. and then telling you like, sorry, negative. Okay, next patient. You know?
Yeah.
It's like a brush shop. I know. I'm not putting down doctors. I got doctor friends, but I'm just saying, you got good doctors. You got doctors that go to walk-in clinics and just do the job. I remember I had a reaction to something. I had to go and see a walk-in clinic. The guy on duty was a sports doctor that weekend. So I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm a sports doctor. Next, just take some Benadryl. Really? That's your? I waited 3 hours in line for that.
That's their cop out.
Yeah, it is.
That's their cop out.
It is. And, you know.
I'll tell you a story. I had orthoscopic surgery on both of my knees. One was due to an accident on the ice where I teach kids how to play hockey. I was a power skating coach and also a forward coach. And then I'm a licensed plumber by trade. I injured my knee on the job working in the government for 10 years in the school board, and I injured my right knee. So it took me 8 months for both of these knees because I had bilateral orthoscopic surgeries done at the same time, and nothing was getting better. They forced me back to work, WSIB, and also my employer. So what I ended up doing was trial and error. So I had an artificial knee put in my right knee. So I have a permanent disability with my right knee, the titanium knee. Can you imagine? Okay, let me back up. I have sleep apnea. You know what sleep apnea is? Sleep apnea is that you should be on a machine because you have trouble sleeping at nighttime because my brain wakes up 115 times an hour. That's a lot. That's a real lot. So you're putting a lot of stress on your heart. So you should be on a machine. Anyhow, when I had the surgery, when I had orthoscopic surgery, they were worried about putting me down. I was down. When I had the knee surgery for the knee replacement, they were worried about the anesthesiast messed up. So here I am, I'm knocked out, and during the surgery they have no gurney set up, or they have my leg all in stirrups, got me sliced open, and he's using a sawzall cutting my knee out, and I wake up during the surgery.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Like, that traumatized me.
Oh my God.
So here I am, the specialist was freaking out. As soon as the surgery's done, getting right into like his room, you know, after you go through, when you're in the, what do you call that department?
Recovery?
Recovery department, yeah. After that, then into your room. So I go back to go see him 3 weeks later, and I talked to him. And I said to him, I said, you know what? I should be suing you right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what he says to me? What's wrong? I said, I woke up during the surgery.
Yeah.
I said, you traumatized me. He says, suck it up there, Buttercup. Suck it up there, Buttercup? Really? This is coming from a head specialist at the Toronto Western Hospital.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
How old is this guy?
He was probably in his late 40s, early 50s.
Really?
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up there, Buttercup.
I would have said, I never. My reaction would be,
you know what I wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know?
I'm cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I never heard of that. Somebody waking up during surgery.
I woke up.
I know it's there, but I never heard of it.
The anesthesiast never kept me down.
So you're lying in the bed there and you wake up and you see your leg over there all opened up?
All opened up. And he's using a sawzall and he's hammered and chiseling my knee out.
And you see, you're looking at him? It's supposed to be a top anesthesiologist?
Yes.
So what the heck did he do wrong? Did you ask him what he did wrong? The heck he woke up?
They didn't give me the right dose.
Oh
They
my God.
didn't keep me down.
Wow.
Yeah. So these are the things in life that, you know, you hear stories about, you know, people talking about, you know.
It sounds like I'm on one of those Chicago Med shows. Yeah, it does. Send the script there, send that to them, they can put the new episode coming up. Based on William Pinter's experience waking up during surgery, and the doctor said, suck it up. We'll use that. Can we use that line on it? Can we quote his line?
This is
suck it up.
Suck it up there, Buttercup.
Yeah, that's your new logo, eh?
A new logo.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just nobody wants to go through any kind of experience with that.
No.
It's like traumatizing. You know what I mean?
But nurses must have been freaking out with the other doctors around.
they were, the whole room was full of them.
Yeah.
And there had to be, I don't know, a team of 10. And the doctor was just flipping right out. Yeah.
Did they put you back under?
Put me back under.
How long did that take?
Not long, because they upped the dose.
Yep.
When they up the dose, you're
Maybe
going nighty-night.
Maybe you felt you just needed a local. I'm just going to give you a local. You can watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Watch my favorite song goes right through your legs.
As soon as I woke up to put the gurney up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
What hospital was this?
Toronto Western Hospital.
Oh, that one.
That's where I was born.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You go back. Oh my God.
Yeah, Toronto Western Hospital.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they have the knee specialist, right?
Yeah.
But usually the best place to go is like St. Mike's.
St. Mike's, yeah.
Yeah, St.
All right,
Mike's.
St. Mike's also good too.
St. Mike's or
Margaret's
or,
also good.
or
yeah.
Mars,
Yeah.
Princess Margaret, or
Those are good.
even like sick kids, right?
Somebody, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me, I went to go see my brother's mother-in-law was going through cancer. Right? She was in the Sinai hospital. So I went all the way down there subway on my own to meet. I walked in and go, I'm sorry, she passed away. I said, what? Oh my God, I just talked to her yesterday, she passed away. So the nurse goes to consult with the doctor. She goes, oh no, I'm sorry, the doctor's wrong. She's moved to the other hospital. Are you serious? After you killed my heart, she's passed away?
Oh my gosh.
And she said, no worries.
Oh, no worries.
Oh my, well, I guess they used to sing all kinds of stuff, you know?
Oh, it's just like saying, hey, suck it
Suck
up
it
there,
up, Buttercup.
buttercup.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So how are you doing now? Like feeling? Like,
I'm feeling good today.
yeah?
Yeah. Had a good breakfast.
Yeah?
Yeah, really, really good breakfast. Last three breakfasts have been really, really good. You know, one thing that, when you get cancer, you feel really nauseous.
Yeah. Like,
And you want to just
throw up and all
throw
that?
up all the time. Yeah. And it just happens abnormally. Just nothing.
Do you watch what you eat now? Like,
Oh, yeah, I got to watch what I eat.
you know certain foods that make the reaction?
Certain
with it?
foods that make you have a certain reaction.
Like
I'm
what?
not allowed. So I have to see a dietitian.
Yeah.
And the dietitian has a program
Oh, that's good.
for me to eat all the proper and healthy foods and things that I can eat. And if you go outside that box,
You feel it, right?
bingo.
Yeah, that's what my mom told me and all that.
Bingo. Sodium, salt. Yeah.
Wow.
No good. Sugar.
Oh, sugar, right?
No good.
But you're not diabetic, are you?
No.
So
No.
you can eat sweets and all that
I
stuff.
can eat sweets, but I don't. I love sweets. I love dark chocolate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's dangerous because once you start, you can't stop.
It
No?
really bugs me. Things you enjoy when you're younger, you used to enjoy, like hot dogs and all the junk. And now you're older, you're like, I can't stand myself. I can't eat any of that stuff
Oh,
anymore,
I
you know?
can't.
Because you get older, right?
I'd love to have a hot dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
but-
too. I
but-
get a bad reaction when I have a,
hot dogs are great, but
But after your effects,
the effects after that are,
Yeah.
are brutal because it's all processed meat, right?
it is, yeah. They even said that on the study a couple months ago.
Yeah.
They said all processed meats cause cancers and they have
It's cancers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool. You know, glad
Yeah.
you was glad after they had that answer. Next commercial was Subway. I said, so, really, we got a Whopper, yeah, double sub.
Well, the best things
We just talking about cancer. You're not a cancer sub.
the best things to
Cancer.
have are like when you can smoke stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's natural. Yeah.
Naturally smoked
Yeah,
stuff, like
that's
using like outdoor wood.
Yeah.
Like maple wood is the number one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Beautiful
It's
for,
nice.
for
Yeah,
cooking,
big difference,
right?
eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love cooking outdoors.
Oh yeah. You like
Yeah,
barbecue?
I love
Yeah.
barbecue.
Yeah. See, I like barbecue, but I don't like doing the cleanup.
I like doing barbecue.
Easy.
Barbecue is nice. Like okay, you have a propane tank, you have a barbecue, but it's different when you do it on an open pit
Yeah.
because you have natural heat, and you have to control the heat because you don't want to burn the food.
Yeah.
So if you burn the food, now you're making whatever you're cooking cancerous because you don't want to burn the food. You want to make it flavorful.
Yeah.
You want to make it tasty.
Yeah.
You want to make it soft. You want to make it nice.
So now where you stand now is your health. Like, do you have any more tests coming up?
I have another dietitian appointment on June 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I'm waiting to go see the specialist again for the bilateral breast cancer.
A new one? A new specialist or same one?
Same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is that the first one told you it was negative?
Yes. Yeah.
So they
So-
told you, why they actually do it again? They said it's negative.
Well, I'm going to request another
Yeah.
consultation.
Yeah.
And also, my family doctor also knows too.
Yeah. What did she say about that?
She's not happy.
Whether the result, the thing is negative
No,
now?
she's not happy.
And she says she doesn't agree with that, eh?
Well, no. Yeah. Yeah. Like, she's been my family doctor for a long time, and I tell her the truth about everything.
Yeah. What you're
And
feeling.
What
and
you're
all,
feeling, what you're exposing yourself to, what are you eating, drinking, what's your lifestyle now, how do you feel, your mood, your change.
Is she the same doctor for your brother?
Same doctor?
So
No,
she-
she's not the same doctor for my
Okay.
brother, no.
Yeah.
He has a different doctor. His doctor is all the way in Peterborough.
Oh, so you're from Peterborough, right?
So, yeah, because that's the closest place to go. It's either Bancroft or Peterborough, or Halliburton.
Or Halliburton.
Or Halliburton. Yeah. So when you live outdoors, not outdoors, excuse me, when you live up north in the country, nothing is close.
No.
So your doctors are away, the pharmacy's away, the grocery store's away, all the necessities are away.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you have accessibility, number one, to get in and out of the road. What happened if it's snowing? You get like a foot of snow. Like we had lots of snow up north there this year.
Yeah.
And the disability, like the accessibility of getting in and out of the road, you can't drive your truck.
No.
You gotta take the skidoo. So you gotta take your truck, park it at a friend's house, take the skidoo down the road, and then go pick up the truck because you're waiting for the main road to get plowed. And then you're also waiting for your road to get plowed because you have to pay someone to do it.
Plus you got to plow your snow, right?
Plus you gotta plow your snow
And if
down.
if you're not feeling good, that's
You're not
hard.
feeling good. How are you gonna do that?
Like your brother, right?
Yeah. So you gotta, cut your own wood, chop your own wood. Like
It's
everything,
funny-
everything is work.
Funny you mentioned this before. We talked earlier about generation today. Like I told my nephew, like back, he takes the bus. He's down to Calgary. He's living here in Toronto for a while.
Right.
So he says to me, I said, take a bus, come and see Grandma. It's beneath me, man. I go, my nephew's watching this. I love him a lot. So he says to me, like, what do you mean beneath you? I said, buddy, back in the 80s, I took a bus to finish somebody down to Bathurst up in a streetcar down to Fort York Armories for 5 years. No cell phone, no internet, nothing. He says, he looked at me like, oh my God, how do you survive? You sleep a lot.
You sleep a
You
lot.
do what you can.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's called tolerance. Like you said about the manual labor. You
That's
know?
right.
I got a couple of cousins. They can't even. They don't even know how to do their own washing. They don't know how to do their own clothes. They don't know how to chop wood. Fix basic things in the car.
Probably
you
don't
know?
even know how to cook.
No, they don't. They don't.
Yeah.
I had a friend. I was living in Halifax. My last posting in the military. My friend Paul. Now he's on his own, but before he was living in homeschool at a later age, he came to stay with me, and he just made a mess of the place. He just toweled everywhere. I was like, buddy, what are you doing? This isn't your home. You're like the same age as me. Like, come
Yeah,
on, you're
yeah.
the high school thing. But it's funny, different mentality at your age.
Yeah.
So I always think they should. The countries have that mandatory going to the military.
Yes.
I always believe that in some way they should man them up, make them more disciplined, and make them more.
My uncle was
see what the reality is.
My,
like,
my uncle was in the army.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Canadian Army.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see a different generation, like everything, the fast track computer, fast buck, all that.
The younger generation today is not the same.
No.
It's like when you go to high school, the high schools used to have numerous things that you could take as a course, and one of the things is it's learning about life, learning how to cook,
Yep.
learning how to do carpentry, learning how to do automotive. Things electrical. They don't provide that anymore.
No.
So how
Like
are
shop and all, and home ec.
like home ec is like it teaches you how to sew, how to fix your clothes, how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The kids today, they don't know how to do this
Well,
stuff.
they're not interested. They want the.
All they want to do is get on their phone and get on their tablets,
You got
get on the
something
computer,
else to do with it, right?
and play games. And hey, mom, dad, you do that for me?
Oh yeah. My
Right?
mom raised me on how to sew and all. My sister and me. So when I joined the armed forces, basic training, there was only 3 guys who knew how to sew. There's just me and 2 other guys doing all the socks, put all the name tags on.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys know how to sew? So I'm thinking like that's the way I was raised, how to sew.
Yeah.
So I was like 85 guys, like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know how to sew?
Yeah.
Who's your mothers? My
Yeah,
God.
right. Yeah.
But I'm thinking like myself, everybody knows how to sew.
Yeah.
You taught your son how to sew. How your son, you're like, they didn't teach him, right?
Yeah.
Like even one of my nephews, he doesn't know how to cook. He's never cooked a day in his life.
Wow.
He's like 17.
Wow.
He's lazy too. He's so lazy. Oh my God. Hope he'll get it. He's going to college next year. Can he?
Well, he's gonna have an eye opener when he goes to college.
Yeah. Because buddy, what are you pissing in the friggin' 20s thing? Put the lid up. What are you, man? What's going on with you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. I just get pissed off of that.
That's embarrassing.
It is. I was like, your raised is different, huh? It's
Yeah.
a different upbringing.
Yeah.
So I think a little hardcore outdoors, and also going out to see how life is out there in the world.
Yeah.
I've been around the world. You've been around. You see how it is. And humble yourself when you come back to your own city and you say, I appreciate what I got.
You can't appreciate the things you have in life because you've earned it.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you earn something, it's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm using sewing as an example. I got a beautiful Singer sewing machine,
Oh, the old one?
and it's the old one with the pedals.
Yeah, the mom had. Yeah.
You open up the lid,
Yeah.
and you bring it up,
Bring it up. Yeah.
and then you use the pedal.
That's what she used.
It was on a leather belt,
Yeah.
Yeah, leather. Yeah, leather.
Oh, yeah, the
the
two
leather.
wheels, yeah.
And then you go ahead and you sew.
Yeah.
You know.
We still have one of the original bottles, have the Singer sewing oil.
Yeah.
Still sitting
I
there.
still got it.
Yeah.
I still got it. I don't know. Like this is probably back in the 50s.
Yeah. But now the kids they don't know how to sew or basic stuff or
No.
fixing a spark plug, basic car stuff, right?
Yeah.
They just send it to the mechanic.
Yeah.
I got my first Volkswagen in BC. I learned the hard way with spark plugs, battery dying, everything. You know, all the things.
You got to troubleshoot things.
Yeah, you do.
You got to troubleshoot things in life, even if your own life.
Did you hear about the robbery here?
I know.
You hear about that?
Yes.
So the woman, I got the woman. She said she's looking out the window.
She's from Florida. It
Yeah.
happened in the afternoon.
And she was banging on the window. So I'm looking at, she saw the guy, the van, because her window's by the car where she's living. And she told me, she saw these two guys trying to break into her vehicle. And she banged on the window, and then they took off in a van, and her car stopped. And then they called the cops. Yeah, and I was talking about depreciation like just now, but these punks, they just go steal, that's their way of living. No, I think about, they earned buying that car. They save the money. They got a job. They bought that car.
Yeah.
Here's these people come along, never in a day in their life, don't nothing. That's the way we're making a buck.
Can you imagine? Here you are. You're staying in a hotel, and your car's going to try to get robbed.
Nice.
And you're from Florida.
Yeah.
Like.
And she said, I just happened to because her was beside mine.
Yeah.
And I saw what was going on.
Yeah.
And she got what's her vehicle? She got a SUV or what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It was a
she.
big vehicle. It's a high-end vehicle. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she said, I just happened to open the window or look out the window, and she said, I saw these two guys right there, right in front of my
Well, the
car.
husband went out there. He ran after them.
Oh yeah.
He chased them.
Yeah. But they got
Yeah.
cameras everywhere, so hopefully they'll.
Well, there's no cameras on that side.
Oh, they're kidding.
No cameras on that side.
Really?
Yes.
The other building
There's
across.
there's not even a camera here.
The other building across has cameras.
Well, they would have to go to the next building
Yeah,
and check the
'cause I saw
cameras.
them going next door there.
Oh, yeah?
The black building over there?
Yes.
Yeah. What is that building anyway?
I have no idea what it is.
But they're taking over there.
Really? Well, there was 3 police cars here.
Yeah. They were here for like 3 hours.
Yeah, long time.
So I asked Tabby, the waitress there, the head waitress. She says it's not the first time it's happened. This is like been going on random.
Random.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I remember I read the reviews of Priceline last year.
Yeah.
And this is 2004, a car was stolen from here.
Well, there was a company vehicle that was stolen here a couple of months ago.
Really?
Yes, guys that were working here, working on the project across the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got their pickup truck stolen.
Just like that, eh?
Just like that. Boom.
Yeah. These guys are fast.
Oh yeah, they're quick. They're like professionals, right?
My buddy, he's a retired cop, Blake, and he ran for mayor too. So he showed me the video. He bought this high-end SUV as a pickup. Just bought it. Single parking lot, black and white cameras. It's got show the camera on the internet. 3 days later, truck SUV on the road, going back and forth. Guy got out, opened the door like that, took off and gone the vehicle, just like
Wow.
that. That's how fast it was.
Wow. These things happen in
But
spur.
it makes me mad. He said, these guys they never earn making a living buying their own vehicles.
No,
How would they feel about that?
they don't care.
I was feeling karma,
That's karma. Karma.
Even like nature. I said, when you ever take out of nature, it'll come back and get you in the end.
It'll get you. Yep.
You know that guy. I got digged for making this comment about Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
the crocodile guy.
Yeah.
He died, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I made a comment on Facebook about that, like about karma, things because he used to abuse nature. People don't agree with that, but you watch the shows, you see what goes on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now his son does it too, right?
Yeah.
So I said, you can't do that. Well, remember there's on YouTube, this guy used to hunt this grizzly bear. It's on YouTube, it's funny. And he's like, I'm gonna kill that bear. And anyways, the story next to the video is he's in the hospital. Someone took the video. He's lying in the hospital because the bear came out of nowhere and got him, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it was like a movie. He's lying in the hospital, and you can see the video is hilarious. So, I don't care. I'm gonna find that bear. Like, buddy, take a hint. Because the bears, people don't realize bears are quiet.
Oh, they're quiet.
When you've been around, right?
They're quiet.
Before, yeah.
I came across 4 black bears.
Yeah, and they're quiet.
And
Like,
they're
they don't
quiet.
people think when you watch the show, they make all the noises. They are not, and they're fast.
They're fast.
They're fast. And this guy just
they got sharp claws too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just a know-it-all, though.
Yeah.
But he was funny how he just freaked out. He was setting up his camp and just came out there. He told the story just right behind him. Didn't hear nothing.
Wow.
So people think big bears because you're loud, you're big. Ain't nothing.
No.
Unless you're an animal. I was saying respect nature, right?
It's right. Respect nature.
It's like
Yeah.
these people. The guy that hunted the doctor, he was hunting on a preserve. He killed his lion, his rare lion. I think it's Africa. They've got a picture of him posing
Oh,
blind.
I think it is in
yeah,
Africa.
Yeah, he posed blind. People got pissed off about that. Like, it's a nature reserve. What do you do? How are they going to preserve for us?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So,
terrible.
I know. So thanks for doing the interview.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you have anything you want to add for yourself? Or
Uh,
do you have any goals you want to complete?
I do. I do have a goal.
I hate using that word bucket list. It's been used for the movie.
Yeah.
Bucket list is something that's going to die. I always do my to-do list. I call it the to-do list. Do you have a to-do list?
I have a to-do list, and my to-do list is to get healthy, and I'm working on that slowly. And there's one thing in life you can't give up, and that's hope. And I was taught by a professional motivational speaker. His name is Anthony Robbins out of the U.S. And he is so inspirational. He's given me the path and the vision. You have to have a vision in life that you want to do and achieve. And you have to work at it. Because the only one that's going to put the work in is who? You.
Yeah.
So my dream right now is to get healthy, and I want to go back out on the senior pro bowlers tour.
Oh, great.
That's what I want to do.
You missed it, eh?
I miss bowling.
Yeah.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I am one of the best.
Do you want to
In the country.
do you want to continue teaching?
Continue teaching as well.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to give everybody the insight and the knowledge, because it's hard to meet people that have wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, when people have wisdom, they're genuine. And I am genuine. Because I love to help people.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter if they're kids, doesn't matter if they're adults, doesn't matter if they're seniors. It's all knowledge.
Yeah.
And I was taught by the best coach in the world, and that's my dream.
So being humbled and teaching at the same time, right?
Humble and teaching.
Because you come across as being egotistical and you know it all. Ain't gonna work.
I don't think like that.
No, it's
No,
me, yeah.
and I don't come across to people like that, because when you work in public relations for 33 years, you know how to talk to people. You deal with people every day, and you treat them with respect.
Look at management years.
Well,
yeah, that's another story.
we won't
Now we won't go there.
We
But
won't
I'm just
even
thinking
go
a clear
there.
example of, and I was thinking this morning about when you're a manager, how you act towards your guests reflects on the employee.
It does, absolutely.
You know, when they
Yeah.
look at you as your boss.
They don't, you can't treat them like with disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what? If people have issues or problems in the hotel,
Yeah.
you need to address them appropriately,
Exactly.
and with the courtesy of them staying here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use an example. Have a power failure.
Oh, that was before we came here, right?
8 hours, no power.
February 15th. I remember that.
And what do they do for you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Are you kidding me? You have no you have no hot water, you have no heat. You can't get into your room.
Yeah,
Everyone's locked out.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the lobby, they're outside. It's freezing outside. It's snowing.
That was that 2-day snowstorm.
2-day snowstorm.
We came the next day. I remember
Yes, and they do nothing for you? That's what you call hospitality?
No.
That's just what you call
that. Not even the credit or nothing.
not even the credit for a night? Or half a day?
Or some freebies.
Or some
whatever.
freebies or whatever? Nothing. That's not the way how you do business. That's selfishness,
Yeah.
right?
And that comes back to reflecting on your employees.
You know,
Because your employees are, they're the mentor. He's the mentor, right?
he's the mentor.
Just like
Yeah.
you're a mentor for, if you teach people how to bowl badly with attitude, you're mentoring in a bad way. It's going to come back.
Can't do that.
You know?
No.
So any job like that.
Any job. You know, it's just like if I was going to be mentoring doing plumbing. You know, teaching people plumbing. I'm their mentor. And if anything happens to them, I'm the liability.
Your toilet was backed up, right?
Yes.
A while back.
Toilet was backed up 2 times. Flooded out my suite.
Oh, it did flood up.
And it happened at 11:30 at night. Nothing in the toilet, just backed up. And it's like, okay, I have to shut the water off. There's no maintenance here. They should have 24-hour maintenance here all the time. They have nobody on site, and who has to fix the problem? You're gonna call a guy in, it's gonna cost you $350. I fixed it in 5 minutes. What did you do for me? 0. You know, like Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Nothing!
You had that, when you had the plumbing, mine was 2 days later.
Yeah,
Because when I had, same thing,
same thing.
nothing in the toilet. I just flushed it. What the heck is this?
Yeah, backed up.
Luckily, the housekeepers went right and grabbed the plunger, and it worked because it was going to overflow, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck did I do? I didn't do anything. Put into the toilet. That's just this
Yeah.
toilet paper. That's it.
That's it.
You know,
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on with this system?
Yeah.
And then I found out later on, yours was backed up first.
Yeah.
Because we're on the same side, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So they should be looking at that.
And should be
Well, as a plumber, what would you do?
I would snake the whole line out.
Did you stink the line out?
No, I would.
I did.
No, I didn't stink the whole line out.
I thought you said
I said
I thought you were saying I'm going to stick the whole line.
They should snake the whole
Oh,
line.
not snake the whole line,
They-
okay.
Yeah, they need a machine in there. They need a proper cable with like special claws. And
Yeah.
you go in there and it, what it does is it scrapes the pipe and you clean it all out and you flush everything out.
Yeah.
That way you don't have these problems. It's
Exactly.
either that or it's the toilet.
Yeah.
The
See?
toilet's got to be replaced. There's something in the toilet. Something in the P trap.
Yeah. Well, this is a...
The S trap.
How old is the hotel?
This hotel, when I came here was over 30 years ago before I got married. This is where I stayed before I got married. So it's over 30 years old.
Same plumbing and all that stuff?
Same plumbing, same everything.
So as a plumber, for a building like this at 30 years old, at what period do you have to change things over? Upgrade and all that?
Well, I would be looking at a preventive maintenance program.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a preventive
Well,
maintenance
not wait
program.
30 years to get it done.
Not 30 years to wait to get it done. Well, what happens if you have a blowout?
Yeah. Well, I told you, Park and Hotel,
Yeah.
there's no hot water between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
Just cold water. And I told you that about the fuses.
Yes.
You run the microwave and the hair dryer at the same time.
And then
you build a fuse in the hotel.
Load fuse in the
So
hotel.
this happens all the time. Like I'd be in a room and I hear some next door bitching. I know a woman. I go, no, you can't do the water to the hair dryer. Why they put a sign there? I said, well, it's an old system, right? They need to upgrade
You need to upgrade your system. So
like-
they need electricians in
Yeah.
there to change all that stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
That's what I mean. You know, even like one of the churches I go to, Fifth Christian Bud, their electrical is so old, right? They have to be careful. It would cost them 120 grand to replace the whole thing. So they don't want to spend the money.
Yeah, you know what? If you have a fatality,
That's right.
what happens if you have a fatality? Is that 120?
Well, you're plumbing and you're
100
underflowing.
100
Suppose you slipped on your ass,
What happens if you have
right?
what
You're on
happens?
disability. You got 2 legs.
Yep.
You're limping.
Yep.
The water, you have to do it yourself. If you slip and hit your head against the concrete,
Yep.
who's gonna
Who's gonna help you?
suck it up, Buttercup?
Yes.
I would use that
I
line.
like that line.
Well, that's the best the attitude is, right?
Yeah.
You know, well, I told you I made a video the other day about my stay at 211.
Yeah.
It was a great hotel, but some of the rooms, the mattresses were old,
Yeah.
and the plumbing was in the stopper wasn't working. The mattress was so bad. It took us 6 days to get back our old room. But like I said, no credit nothing. That's it. You know.
See, what the problem is with a lot of hotels is that they have maintenance,
Yeah.
but they're not properly trained.
No.
So they're learning all the time. Even when they came into my room, right, I had to like tell him to like fix the taps.
Yeah.
I had to show him what to do because he didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
He's on the phone talking with the boss. Oh, take this off. Or take that off. No, just listen to me, or just get me the proper tools, and I'll fix it
But that
myself.
also doesn't. I think you mentioned that goes down to certification. So you got some guy that doesn't know what he's doing. He's not a certified plumber like you.
Yeah.
He's trying to fix a problem.
Yeah.
It gets worse. How's it affect the insurance? The insurance is going to come and say, listen, you didn't get a certified plumber. You got some know-it-all, some wannabe, right? It's going to affect your insurance,
It's
wouldn't
going to
it?
affect your insurance.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially if something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did yesterday talk about they should have a maintenance to-do list when you go in each room, not just change the sheets and all what you do.
Yeah.
Like in that room, nothing's been changed.
Well, they should be inspecting the plumbing all the time.
Exactly. Check the tap.
Check the tap. Check the
mattresses,
shower.
Everything.
Check the
Yeah.
tap. Check the shower.
Yep.
Check the drains. Check the toilet.
I mean, they're
Check the valves.
like when we
you
were
know.
in 219 for a while, so
Yeah.
like every time we did, they replaced like you did the toilet seat was getting old, they replaced it. The shower curtain was stinking, they replaced it. The fan in the bathroom, they replaced it.
Yeah.
When you tell them they do, they're good. They do it right away.
Yes.
But the thing is, why should I be the guest to tell them to get this done? You know.
It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like.
No.
It should be the attitude. We just go by the guest when they say we do it. It shouldn't be that kind of attitude.
That's reverse, right?
That's what I mean.
That's,
Yeah.
that's reverse. No,
Yeah.
they should be going. They should have the to-do list and having an
And even
inspection
I
sheet
even asked
for
the front
every
desk,
room.
are you guys going to replace the mattresses in 211? Because they're terrible. I'm a 9-year-old woman, me, 61, trying to lie in there for 6'8". And then they said, it's through the third party. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't mean, are you going to fix it or not? No, I don't think so. Next guest will go in there.
Uh-huh.
That's what I mean, right?
See, that's waiting for a problem.
Exactly, right? They happen.
You got to take care of the people. People are the ones that really are the ones that make this place happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're here for a reason, whether it's work, whether they're homeless, whether you're a visitor, whether you're coming here for dinner, lunch, or breakfast. Doesn't matter. You treat everybody with respect. And if there's a problem, why should I have to tell you this?
How to do your job.
How do you do your job? Because you're not doing your job.
Well,
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, you tell them they're not even certified plumber, right?
No.
Going back to the snowstorm we were talking earlier.
Yes.
When the emergency generator kicked in, everything was lit up in the main office or the hallway. That was it.
You know what? You have the main fire chief that's staying here in the room with the power out, with the generator going. They only got temporary lighting in front of the lobby and going down the hallways. There's no power at all anywhere in any of the suites. Can't even get into your room because they have automatic doors.
Yeah.
Because the card won't work. And the electrical lighting for the emergency lights, that's a big no-no. They're not working. So you know what? I know life and safety because I used to do it every single day. We check all the emergency lights. We check all the hallways. We check all the vestibules. We check all of the stairs going down.
We also talk about outside.
Outside.
There's no lighting outside.
There's no lighting outside.
Accessibility, right?
Accessibility, right? It's dark. It happened in the afternoon, actually. And then it went to like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So, you know what? That's the reason. Actually, this should be fine. Because your accessibility for the emergency lighting is not working.
Yeah.
So it's in your safe working plan.
We were talking about accessibility, right, yesterday?
Yes.
The doors in the hallway. Like
Yes.
my mom can't get through those doors. I have to open them, right?
Yeah.
And then also the front there, right?
Yes.
So, what did you use the other day?
Access and egress.
Yeah, I just explained that.
Access and egress is that when you want to be able to have, okay, you're dealing with uneven surfaces. And if you have a disability,
Look at that.
you would not believe the access and egress that's outside here. I'm just looking at it right now.
Like there's a drain there with a.
Somebody could
Well,
trip,
yeah.
fall, twist their leg. You're going to have a loss.
Well, my mom had a walker. That walker would fall right over.
Oh yeah, she would just fall
Just
down.
straight over. I
She
wouldn't even bring her out there in that
No,
area.
it's not even
Well, the
safe.
guests coming out that door,
Yeah.
and the snow, they're covered there, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, you're looking for an
So
accident.
access and egress is that so like people that have handicap disabilities, like his mom, like me, you should have automatic doors, openers, and there's nothing here.
No.
That's not the only automatic door opener is the front doors,
Yeah.
the sliding doors. Well, what happens if you lose power?
Okay. Well, look at public doors too.
You're opening and
Yeah,
closing by hand.
exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, get to the hotel stuff. That's another interview.
That's okay.
That's
Well,
no, it's good to know. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Mr. William Pinter.
Pinter.
Pinto, they
Not
call you.
Pinto, Pinter.
Oh, Pinto.
Yeah.
Thanks for the interview. I'm glad you shared your story there.
No worries.
Anything before I go? If you're going to cut it off, anything you want to add there for
No,
anybody?
nothing else.
No, we're good.
I just want to just be vigilant out there.
How do you feel? Can I ask you how do you feel telling your story? Sharing what you
I
do?
feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel comfortable.
Just getting across people and all.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's nice to talk to people.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
something
mean?
that you don't really talk about, right?
You don't talk all this stuff to everybody.
No.
You know what I mean? And if there's somebody that you would want to be like more personal with,
No.
then that's your choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me, I love everybody.
Yeah.
I have a big heart, and I want to share my love with everybody.
It's good.
So I hope everybody out there enjoys this interview, and just keep your head on a swivel, and be vigilant, and be cautious, and be safe. And if you have anything that you're gonna be worried about at an early stage in life, don't procrastinate. Do it away right now.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
what,
wait there. Like your
don't
brother.
wait. That's what matters, because it's all about time.
Like your brother made a difference, right?
Yes, time.
Well, I wish you the best. I think you'll do good.
Thank you.
I think also your attitude too makes you healthy, right?
Well, you know what?
Because you go around and be depressed all day, but that will change your tone right inside you, right?
Your tone in life is. I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is what's really interesting, because what changes people is having one thing, and that's a positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a positive mental attitude, you can't do anything in life. You need to have a positive mental attitude, because if you do, you can make a change. You can make a difference.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest, and I'm right. I'd love to play a song for you. maybe we'll do another clip
On the saxophone?
on the saxophone.
This interview's over right now, buddy. I'm just
I might
kidding.
blow his
I'm
ears.
just
I
kidding.
might
I'm
blow
kidding.
his socks
I've
off.
heard you play. I'm kidding. No, you're good. He's good. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go turn that off.
All
there.
right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I got the saxophone over here now. You can't touch it. Great. Thank you. Hey, not bad. An hour 9 minutes.
I'm sure you're going to go through
It
that.
seemed longer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
It
it's
seemed a lot longer.
no. I just put it right on. I'll. You have to give me your email, and I'll send you the link. I'm gonna put it on. It'll take about 3 or 4 hours to upload to YouTube because YouTube's on a low HD. This is a high HD.
Right.
It takes about an hour, about almost 2 hours to download, and I'll
Okay.
send you the link to the copy. It'll be on my channel. You see the channel I got,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's good. Ash. It seemed like 2 hours. It's only an hour.
Wow.
Right,
It
we-
felt like 2 hours.
It did, didn't it? I thought we were talking about like I know it's got a 4-hour capacity on this cell phone, right?
Did you like it?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, it's
Good.
good. You can laugh about things. We can talk about different things, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just show you a bit of it. Let's see. Oh, it's still playing.
You got a lot of hits?